Hey, I'm Lisa Natoli, and this is a new blog at the Teachers of God Foundation website. And this week I wanted to share with you an idea called I Requested This. So I'm going to give you a writing practice and exercise, so you'll need a piece of paper and a pen or a journal. And I encourage you to also read the blog below the video. So watch the video and read the blog, because I put a lot of details in the written blog that will help you with the exercise. So I love this idea because many people on a spiritual path, myself included, for many years have taken spiritual ideas and used them to make themselves feel guilty, and they stay stuck. So one of the major ideas that's in A Course in Miracles, and that's becoming commonplace in the world, is that the events and the situations that seem to be happening in your life outside of you are coming from your mind. And it's becoming just this idea of like, okay, I caused this. So it's telling us that the outside picture is actually a mirror reflection of an inner condition. It's a reflection of the thoughts you hold, the feelings you have, the beliefs that you have about yourself and the world. And so it's just becoming a fact. But what most people do is they see the events, the situations, the problems, the sickness, the pain, the conflict, whatever seems to be outside of them, and they say, I caused this, which makes you a victim, instead of really taking responsibility and changing your mind about the event. So that's what I'm going to offer you today with I Requested This. So I'm going to be reading from A Course in Miracles, a section called The Power of Decision. In the Foundation for Inner Peace book, it's called The Responsibility Foresight Prayer. And what I want you to do is, I want you to take a piece of paper, and I would like for you to list everything that's a problem in your life. Anything that you would like to change, anything you're confused about. So it can be sickness, pain, it can be other people, it can be a difficulty, a world event, anything at all that you think shouldn't be happening or that you would like to make go away is what you're going to put down on this sheet of paper. And you're not going to judge it. It's just, these are the things that have come to you by your request. And many people will say, well, I didn't request cancer, I didn't request a car accident, I didn't request this person to do this thing, I didn't request for my partner to have an affair and leave me, I didn't request for this person to die. So the mind is going to immediately take you on a road trip. And what I want you to do is just stay open, because I want you to find the gifts and the messages that are in the event, rather than trying to change them, fix them, control them, suppress them. You're going to welcome them now and begin to see them as things that you asked for. So why would we ask for cancer, pain, sickness, death, accidents? We don't ask for those things. The self that we are, that's whole and complete, this is how we came in. We came into this world completely expansive, one with everyone and everything. And we immediately forgot it. And then we started to believe that we're bodies. And so everything in time and space has been helping us to wake up to the truth of what we are, the self that God created. But what we do in the world is we think this shouldn't be happening. And we try to push it away or change it. So this is a journey where we're going within to that total identification with your true self. So you didn't request cancer or sickness or a car accident or pain, but you did request to know yourself. And whatever it takes is whatever it takes. And so again, in the written blog, I've given a lot of different examples of how we requested these things. So what I said in the written blog is there's two things that happen with these events. So the first thing that happens is we're not living from our true self. We're not expressing ourselves authentically. We're doing things we don't want to do. We're hiding inside the body. We're isolating. And when you do that, you're living off balance from the truth of who you are. You're identified with the body. And so your self, your true self, is requesting to come back to the center. And because we don't do that on our own, life gives us these different things. So maybe you're in a job you don't like, you're in a relationship that's over, maybe you don't want to work, maybe you want more time off, maybe you're afraid to ask for help, maybe you have developed certain things that you do to receive love instead of just asking for it. So you're hiding, you're not being the fullest expression of yourself. And suddenly something happens that brings you into an experience where you have to go within now. You can't keep with the routine anymore. Life throws you a curveball. And what we do is we miss the message. We miss the gifts that have been brought to us from the event. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that yourself is in constant growth and expansion. Constantly wanting for compassion and humility and trust and patience and just total creativity. And again, because of fear, we don't allow ourselves to go there. We keep ourselves contained and we have ideas of how we are to show up in the world. And so I want you to list down all the things that are happening in your life that you don't think should be happening. And then on another piece of paper, to write down all the gifts that it's brought you. More time, more freedom. Maybe it's forced you to ask for help. Just whatever it's brought you to. For many people, when they receive news of sickness, for example, it brings them really into the present and makes them say, I don't have any time anymore for playing small. Like, I want to live. I want to just express myself fully, and it doesn't matter anymore because time is so short. And then feel the excitement of it. Really just say, okay, I see that I requested this. I requested this thing, and then really be about living in this new way, in the asking for help, in being creative. So I wanted to just close here with, this is called The Power of Decision from A Course in Miracles. And this is called the Responsibility for Sight Prayer. And it says, I am responsible for what I see. I chose the feelings I experience, and I decided upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I asked for and received as I have asked. So it's everything. Everything that seems to happen to you, you asked for and received as you have asked. So instead of saying, I caused this, and making yourself a victim, like, turn it around and say, I requested this. Like, you'll feel an excitement in that. Like, okay, wow, I don't know why I requested this, but change is upon me now. And I want to know myself. I want to be authentic. I want to live in freedom. I want to live in joy. And begin to see how quickly things change for you. So I am so grateful for you being here, and I invite you to leave a comment below. And there's thousands of people who come through the Teachers of God website every week, and your voice makes a difference. How you show up, how you change your mind, how these lessons have impacted your life can help another person as you share your own voice. And I invite you to look at all the different programs that we offer, and I just want you to remember there's no need to suffer. that everything is available to you and is calling you home to the truth of who you really are. So I thank you with all my heart for listening. I bless you with my holiness, our holiness that we